Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Out of Sync by GDC. So we have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules, meaning in each row, each column, and each 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. We also have these lavender lines in the grid. These are zipper lines, and there's a circle in the middle just to tell you where the middle goes, because it's important for the lines. You could figure out the middle other ways, but the circle's handy. All right, so how do these work? Well, whatever digit is filled in the circle, the middle digit, say it's a 5, then any cells that are equidistant from the center sum to that center value. So in this case, these would sum to 5, so maybe 2, 3. And then also these two would sum to 5, so maybe they would be 3, 2, or they could be 1, 4. My point is they can repeat if Sudoku allows. And that's it. I mean, if this was not 5, if this was some other digit, then these would sum to that digit, these would sum to that digit, right? And that's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. Ooh. Okay, how do we want to get started here? So this guy here, this line, we know these two have to sum to this guy, and they can't repeat. So it's at least 3. It's not much, but it's something. See, this could be 1 and 1, but then this would also have to be 1 and 1. Let's see. Can I do like 1, 1, 2 here, and then 2, 1? Ah, the box, yes. This digit is different than both of these. So it has to involve a digit that isn't either of these digits. So if I tried to make this to add to 3, this would be a 1, 2 pair, but this would also need to be 1, 2 pair, and now we have too many 1, 2s in the box. So it can't be 3, and it also can't be 4 for the same reason, because 4 can only be 1 plus 3. That's not true. We could do 1, 3, and we could do 2, 2. So we got to be careful about that. So it could be a 4. Okay. And this one could be a 3, because we could do a 1, 2 pair here and a 1, 2 pair here, and there's nothing wrong with that. Although a 1, 2 pair here would force this to be at least 3, 4, but it's not these two that add to this. It's these two and these two. But this would be at least 3 as well. And now these two digits would be, oh, they could be 3 plus 3 is 6. And this could be 4 plus 2. Darn, it just works. Okay, so it could be a 3. Interesting. I wonder if that is. It's quite limiting. Okay, so one thing we know is that whatever this digit is, I'm going to call it green, it doesn't go on its own line, right? Green cannot go on its own line. It also can't repeat in its column. So it has to go here in this box. So this is 4, 5, 6. And we know this isn't 6 because this plus this is that. So 6 is not possible anymore, which actually I think means that this can't be 3 now. Because again, 3 requires a 1, 2 pair here as well as a 1, 2 pair here, but that doesn't matter. This is definitely a 1, 2 pair. And so then this would be at least 3, 4. This would be at least 3 because of the box. And now these add to at least 6. Sorry, these add to at least 6. And now it can't be 6 anymore. So it's not a 3. It's a 4 or 5. So this has to be pretty big. This is 5 or 6, and this can only be 1 or 2. Does 4 work? 4 would be a bunch of 1, 3 pairs here. 1, 3 pair here and a 1, 3 pair here. So this would be a 1, 3. And then, yeah, it doesn't work. Okay. We can ignore this. This 1, 3 pair says 1, 3 can't go here. Oh no, it does work. This 1, 3 pair says 1. So this would be a 1, 3 pair, meaning that's 1, that's 3. Darn, it does work. Oh, okay. Sorry, trying to figure this out. Whatever this digit is, let's call it purple. It needs to go in this box somewhere, and it's not here. So purple definitely ends up in one of these 3, meaning it's on this guy's sum. I don't know that that's all that surprising. Okay, maybe we don't look at that. What about... do we know anything about this guy? Or this guy? I mean, we could call this purple. We don't know what it is. It could be the 4, 5. So it could be green. But it doesn't repeat in its column, and it doesn't repeat in the sum, but it could repeat here. Could be this digit. And this is just even. Darn, okay. trying to find more geometry like that, but I'm struggling. Whatever this digit is, it goes up here somewhere. One of these is green. 4, 5. How do we make progress here? Do we have to combine sums maybe? Easier said than done. I'm really, it would be really nice to disprove 4 because that does a lot in this puzzle and it feels like we need to. But I don't know how to, okay, so let's try to disprove 4 again. So if these were 4, this would be 5. No. This could be 5 or 6. Sorry, but if these are 4, then this has to be a 1, 3 pair and this has to be a 1, 3 pair. So the 1, 3 would look up, the 1, 3 would look up. This would be 1, this would be 3, and that would be 5. So this is as far as I got looking ahead before. Oh, that's too many. Oh, sorry. It's so obvious. Didn't I say we couldn't? Oh, no. It would be 1, 3 with a 2 plus 2. Right. I said this before, but we can't do 1, 3 like this and 1, 3 like this because there's too many 1, 3s in the box. But there was a workaround, which was to do 2 plus 2 here. That's the only way 4 works. Okay. Puts a 2 up here. So that's less limiting. 1, 3 pair with 2. This is 5, 6. These are 1, 2, 3. I don't want to look farther ahead than this. That's too much look ahead. But yeah, this is the only way it works. Shoot. Okay. So I don't know. If this was, okay, if this was a 4, we could even do 2 plus 2 in a bunch of cases here. Is it this line? I haven't penciled this line, but I don't know much about it. This could be 1 plus 1 is 2. This can be as high as 2, as low as 2. I don't know any reason it couldn't be. Wow. I wonder if out of sync is some kind of clue. The title of the puzzle. Is there any more geometry? Like these 2 digits here, whatever they are, they can't go here. They also can't go here. Can they go here? I don't see why not. If this was purple, then I don't know much about that. Could be there. Down there, but it doesn't really help me. This digit. So we know this is bigger than green. So purple is bigger than green, meaning, okay, meaning purple can't go on a sum to green. Definitely can't be in the column anyway, but it can't go over here. So one of these is purple. And then one of these is purple. So that's the key. That's what I was missing. If purple is on this sum, it's not 6. So purple has to be 5. And then green is 4. I was trying to disprove 4 the entire time, and I couldn't. And there's a reason why. All right, but 4 does a lot. So let's actually take care of that. So let's just mark these as 5s. That does mean that this has to be 6. There's a 1 on one of these. And then in order to add to 4, this has to be 1, 3 pair because we can't repeat the 2 here. And this can't be 1, 3 because there's too many 1, 3s in this box. So these are both 2, which we went over before. That does make this a 5, 6 pair, and we know the order because of that 6 we just placed. So this is a 2, 4 pair, and then this is 1, 3, 5. Okay. This is a 2, 3 pair. The 2 can't go there, so that's 3 and that's 2. These are 1, 3, 6. That's not a 3, that's not a 1. This is just 3, 4, 6. 4 is in one of these 2. Whoops. And these are 1, 5, 6. And we can't put a 6 on this sum to 6. So that's our 6. That's our 3. That's a 1. That's a 3. 3 in the corner, celebrating. Very nice. All that hard work. So this is a 1, 5 pair, meaning this has to be 1, 5 pair because we're adding to 6 as 1 plus 5 in both of these. So, and this can't be the 5. So this is 1 plus 5, and this is 1 plus 5, like that. These are not 5s. So that's our 3 and 1. Wow. Let's fill these triples. This is 1, 2, 4. The 1 is placed here. So this is 1 bigger than that. So it's already 3 or 5. It can't be 5. So that's our 3. And then this is 5, 6. The 6 tells us the order, 5 and 6. So this has to be 1 plus 2 is 3, obviously. That's 4 and 4 and 2. This column finishes with a 5. Here we need 2 and 6. So that's 6, 2. That's 4, 6. That's our 4. That's our 3. And we're done. Wow. So we just needed that one deduction, which was not easy for me to see there. Well, two big deductions. Where does this digit go in this box, which is here? And then now where does this digit go in this box, which had to be in one of these two, which then put it down here, putting it on this sum, which really restricted these sums. This had to then be the 5, and this had to be the 4. Very cool. All right. Well, let me know how you did. If you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.